Very good question. Sustainability is always the concern. For us, the decision to even consider going one-to-one didn't come about until we knew we had the funding secured. So we passed a mill levy in 2012 that provides sustained funds for years to come for instructional technology, and it was actually earmarked for instructional technology. So one of the first things we did once that money was secured, we'd already been preparing our infrastructure, we'd already been preparing our teachers in terms of training to know that technology was important and could be a great part of their teaching and learning in their classroom. But once we got to that point of knowing we had the money, the first thing that we did with our committee, or one of the first things we did, was we could stay with the status quo, or we can think differently. So if we'd like for this meeting to end in about an hour and a half, if you say status quo, we'll keep buying our labs, we'll keep supporting teacher computers in the classroom for teachers, and this committee will be done. If we want to move further, then we're going to spend the next 6 months digging into this. So sustainability for us came first, and then the decision of should we even consider moving forward came next. And one of the last committee meetings we had, we actually gave each of the subcommittees in elementary, and middle, and the high school kind of a theoretical budget and said, based on the mill levy, here's the money we have. It's not a secret. It's the money that was given to us by the community. Here's how much things cost. What can we support? And so a lot of that, the decisions of one-to-one at secondary and extended access in the elementaries came out of the realizations of, money is not unlimited. While it would be wonderful if we had money trees growing outside every school, this is the bucket that we have. This is the bucket that the community has supported. What can we do with this to optimize our dreams for technology in our schools? For us, it was the realization we've seen programs in lots of places, and in fact we've had them in our district where a grant provides some money. That money provides some wonderful things, and then in 3 years that money is gone, and therefore the program has to die a slow and painful death, and we didn't want to put ourselves in that boat. We've seen it too often. We are still in that gap mode of trying to get our schools to understand that the reason that we're not giving everyone everything in year one is that the budget doesn't support it. If we did some fiddling with monies, we could probably make it work for a year, but that wouldn't mean that in 4 years we could continue to support that model, because board priorities change, our district priorities change, and we wanted to make sure that we could ensure sustainability. So thinking about, for us, thinking about budgets first was important to make sure that we could say with confidence to our schools, this is what we can do. And the hard part right now for me, I think, is knowing that there are other things that I would love to do, but each of those things that we say yes to means that we sacrifice on our initial goal of providing one-to-one access. Yes, it would be wonderful if we could afford to give every teacher a laptop. We can't. If we do that, then we choose to not give our students a one-to-one solution. So every teacher will receive an iPad. There will be a classroom desktop Mac available to them. But the mobility of a laptop, while wonderful, would sacrifice other components of the program. It's hard, but it's necessary to be able to do the things that we think are important.